to the first video lecture. Let's start with a basic question. Why study the Old Testament? We know that Bible is the revelation of God. It is the sovereign God who has taken the initiative to reveal himself to us. Otherwise, we wouldn't have known him. We would be just guessing who God is and what he is like. But the Bible that we hold in our hands is the revelation of God. It is God who has taken initiative to reveal himself. And now, that in itself compels us to listen to him. But if we need to listen to him, there are few hindrances to listen to this revelation. Few obstacles to listen to this revelation. So let me begin with pointing out the key hindrances to understand the Old Testament. Number one, the revelation did not come in English or in Western culture. So the more we minimize the cultural differences, or the better understanding of the ancient West Asian culture helps us to better understand the Old Testament. Number two is the hindrance of selectivity. You will be able to identify this with me. We have a problem of selective reading of the Bible, and especially the Old Testament. The most of your Old Testament scriptures would be only from Psalms, Proverbs and Isaiah, isn't it? We pick and choose what we want, and we need to understand this doesn't help us in better understanding of the Old Testament. So we need to understand the more we minimize the differences or the hindrances, the better we understand the Old Testament. So coming back to the first question about the self-revelation of God. The self-revelation of God. The self-revelation of God helps us to understand and know God better. So how do we know God? Or how do we know God better? It is through his attributes that are revealed in the Bible. So through his attributes, we are able to develop a framework in which we are able to see the world that is in front of us. It helps us to better understand the way that we look at our community, our society, our family, and our own self. So we should see that our framework is informed and integrated with the view of God. Let me repeat. Our framework must be informed and integrated with the view of God. So now comes the question, what is the objective of the Old Testament? It is simple. It is God's invitation to hear his story. Did you hear me? Old Testament's objective is God's invitation to hear his story. So now, what does this do? This helps us to understand God better through his attributes that are in action in the Old Testament. So once we know who he is and what he is like, the appropriate response is worship, commitment and service. Our appropriate response should be worship, commitment and service. So now, this leads us to look at the plan that has started in the Bible. And the plan starts from creation. So we need to understand it is not the how of the creation or how the world began, but how the plan began. And we see that the plan of God starts from creation, and that is what we see in Pentateuch. And later on, what we see is how God fulfills his promise to the people. Right? So, we're going to look at how this plan of God is revealed and fulfilled in Pentateuch, in historical books, and in the poetic books and prophetic books. Thanks for watching. God bless you.